If you enjoyed this video, head on over to teespring.com where you can get some holiday themed merch for all of my logos and specifically some Halloween themed merch. Use code NUTWEEN24 for 20% off. Hello, I'm Peter, and welcome back to Perceptions of the Dead, number 2. Okay, so, I don't know if I want to follow the knoll or not follow it. So, the game, we are going to flip a coin. Heads, we follow the knoll. Tails, we don't follow the knoll. It is tails, so we are not going to follow it.
I don't know what I was thinking. I think it's because I've only been told those things are dangerous, not why or anything.
So...
But I really shouldn't be risking my life over, like, nothing.
Excuse me.
Don't worry, I'll follow it for us.
Wait, what? No! Oh, my potatoes! Owen! You are so frustrating!
You don't have to come. I'll be fine, bruh.
I can't let you go alone. Yeah, fine.
Well, apparently I'm going anyway.
Stupid ghost. Choo-choo.
Man, you'd think they'd have a burger joint or something. I'm dying here.
Marcus checked his car's clock. Barely 5 minutes had passed.
God damn it, where is she? It's been like 5 minutes and no sign of her or a pizza place. So hungry I could go full-on cannibal in about another 10 minutes.
As though on cue, Ripley's form seemed to coalesce from the wafting waves of
I'm
snow.
not sure if that was ghost shit, or if this is the kind of weather you're really not supposed to be driving in.
Ripley began to approach the car, and Marcus' stomach rumbled. He looked down at it with scorn.
Dude, I was only kidding about the cannibalism thing.
Ripley stepped into the car, not bothering with the door.
Everywhere I've gone is locked up because of the blizzard.
Oh, it's a blizzard. That explains a lot.
Weren't you heading back to the hotel to warm up?
What? No, eating cold is code for hungry.
Really?
Music is getting intense and loud in my ear. I am yelling because I can't hear. I eat a lot. I don't like getting made fun of for it, so I
Well,
approach.
I have nothing. I assume you're in the same boat, lest you would have said something.
Oh, shit, yes! Jill's following a no.
The two sat in silence. The only sound of the whir
Sorry,
of the
could you
heater.
repeat that?
She found a no acting weird and decided to follow it, or I assume she did. She hung up on me.
Ripley paused and thought.
I have no idea what's going on here. Let's go try to find her.
What do you think I've been doing? Trying to find her. That and somewhere with something. God, I could eat a pony right now.
Just drive.
I could eat a pony. I like ponies. The snow had begun to pick up along with the wind, and Jill could no longer discern the details of the world around her, as the sky and earth blurred in a flurry. What she could see, however, was the knoll.
Hey, Owen, do you know if it's normal to be able to see ghosts more clearly than the world around them?
Oh, totally. Things like fog and distance don't affect a ghost because you're not actually seeing them. Your brain is being overridden with their psychic imprint.
Jill paused, turning to Owen.
Owen, that was frighteningly coherent.
Oh, look, brah, more.
Okay, here we go. Jill suppressed a groan as she tried to finish a text. I don't know where I am. It's hard to see in the snow. Is anyone there? Well, that's not creepy.
No, no. This or normal, for that matter.
It's drawing them towards it. Like the beacon from Wreck-It Ralph?
You remembered something not from the 90s! Wait, off subject.
There's something happening in the middle of town. So much power, even I can taste it.
Delicious.
Like Ma's mac and cheese, bro. Wicked delicious.
A creature nearly brushed Jill's shoulder as she walked past the paused pair. In that moment, the cold of the night became nothing in the proximity. Down deep inside, you brushed her against her soul. That is a creepy drawing. She shuddered violently, clutching her chest as her knees gave out, breath seemingly torn from her lungs. It was as though she had taken a deep breath in the vacuum of space. And then she was back.
Are you alright?
No, well, no. I'm okay, but that...
I'm sorry. We should go back.
Jill pulled her scarf up over her face, breathing through the warm fabric. Breathing warmth back into her
No,
lungs.
I'm going to see where they're going.
Owen's face curled into an unfamiliar smile, and for a moment Jill saw something more than the dull, glassy stare those eyes normally held. And then it was gone.
Cool. Maybe we should call Marcus before sneaking into that creepy building, though, bro.
Oh, that felt
What
good.
creepy building?
Jill asked as her knee and then promptly her face met brick wall. Owie.
Okay, at this point, I think we're in the middle of City Park. I literally can't see more than a few meters ahead of us, and to be brutally honest, I have no fucking clue how we still have traction.
I'm helping.
Well, that's not creepy at all, knowing you're bayoneting my car along.
I'm not
Ripley paused.
exactly doing that.
Well, we're not driving anymore. I'm parking in. Holy shit!
The Knoll walked past them so close to the car it would have scraped the hood had it possessed
Holy
something.
shit! Holy shit! Look, there's more!
While there was fear in Marcus's voice, it was only when he turned to Ripley that he saw her own fear. Her eyes were wet, tears at the edge, face a grimace in disbelief of horror.
No. No, I don't want to go like this. I just wanted to be safe again. I just wanted...
One of the white forms paused, turning slowly, its empty gaze falling upon Ripley. And then it began to walk forward, towards them. Ripley!
It's okay.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I should have realized when Tyrone disappeared. It was too good to laugh.
What are you talking about?
Are you an idiot? You, Tulip, me, the three of us alone were more than enough to draw one of them to that house.
She turned out the window to see the creature approaching, and an empty calm washed over her
They're
face.
scared of him. I don't know what he is, but I've heard legend, things like ghost eaters.
Well then.
See? That's it! That's why you're so into Tyrone. Because he scares away the spooky, scary skeleton ghosts.
Spooky, scary skeleton ghosts.
What is with your attitude? We're about to die.
No, we're not.
Marcus got out of the car.
Oh,
Muffin Messiah, stop interrupting my video. Jill's hand reached forward and she felt the ice crunch beneath her hand as she pressed against the wall.
Whoa. It's like the building is so cold, it's freezing the air around it.
Jill snatched back her hand as the cold finally made its way through her mittens and bit her fingers.
Popsicles! Come on, let's find a door.
Yeah. Excuse me. Jill began to brush wildly at the delicate lattice of ice veiling the building in white.
Don't worry, bro. I've got a quicker trick to get us in lickety-split.
Owen proceeded to stick his head into the wall. He turned once, twice, and then stepped back to point at an unremarkable portion of the ice side.
Double doors right there. Oh, I think it's a gymnasium.
Like for school?
Exactly.
Gonna call Marcus.
Jill pulled up her phone.
Oh, the app's going. Wow, look at people talking. Hey, gals and ghouls. Looks like there's a lot more people talking this time, and no sign of the girl who tried to hijack my broadcast. Okay, this is going to be a little bit different than my normal questions, guys. Anyone out there have any idea what's going on?
No, it's a magical snowstorm, right? It's gotta be, it's a Knoll summoning ritual. Maybe Tyrone is trying to get rid of the Knolls. Tyrone is being eaten by the Knolls. His strength must have drawn them in.
I think Tyrone would be answering his phone if he was behind this.
Then a message in bold red text with a black background, a format that should have been disabled on her channel, appeared.
Huh. Well, that's creepy in a whole new sort of way.
Jill dialed quickly.
Jill, you're alive. Where?
I'm at what I assume is the school's gymnasium.
Jill looked to Owen, who gave
I'll
a
come
sharp
to you. I
nod.
can smell you.
You can...
I'll be there soon.
This time, Marcus hung up on her.
Well, that was weird.
Jill turned to the building.
I can't wait anymore. I'm going in.
Raising her foot and striking with all the force her small frame could muster, she kicked the door open. Inside, it was quiet.
I'm glad I don't have automatonophobia.
Also known as pediophobia.
Jill turned to Owen, his words more startling than the room.
I mean, the second implies children as well, but they mean the same thing.
Jill just cocked an eyebrow.
Brah.
There's the Owen I know. Why aren't any of them moving?
I think it's a spell, brah. Though I can't say yet if they're casting it or fueling it.
A little of both, actually.
A girl, haggard and worn, wrapped tight in a frost-tinged heavy coat, stepped out from the hallways just behind the gymnasium.
Another acolyte. Just don't panic like the other idiot did. You bump into a null and you die. Simple as that. That's not a threat. It's just that they're really dangerous.
The girl looked up about the room, her eyes falling in the form trapped in the center.
Damn it. If you had only... Any later and you'd have missed your chance. It would be too late. But you show up just in time for me to have to deal with you.
The girl flipped back her hood and Jill gasped as the girl rubbed her eyes groggily.
Dear God, I'm really starting to sound like some maniacal villain, aren't I? Look, it's nothing personal, but this is something important and way bigger than one random...
You!
Ah! What? Why are you yelling like that?
You're Kiki! You're my rival!
It's nice to be recognized, I suppose, but I have no idea who... Holy shit, you're Jill Count!
You! Rival? You have like an entire fan base of people obsessed with your horror web series!
Don't tell me you're actually documenting your acolyte work? That shit is all real?
Language! Hot tamales, I am live! Ugh, I hate you.
Why didn't I think of that?
What are you doing here?
The woman pulled out a gun from her pocket, her eyes narrowed.
None of your business. And I'd suggest reining in your familiar. I can deal with ghosts as easily as my gun can deal with you.
Kiki looked thoughtful for a moment.
Did that sound as awkward to you as it did to me? I need sleep. Soon, though. And call back your ghost.
Jill looked at Owen, who had begun to drift away, examining something that was apparently terribly interesting on the floor.
Look, I don't know what this all is.
Doesn't matter. It's too important for me to risk you messing it up.
Does it have to do with the Rookards?
Yes, it
I did
does.
not mean to skip that.
You're
I
as
keep
ignorant as you
freaking
claim.
clicking when I don't mean to.
You know, I thought it would be harder to kill someone if I knew who they were. Thanks to it being you, that's not the case.
The barrel was in Jill's face in the span of a breath, and with that sight, it felt like the world stood still.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do, but you made some mistakes, brah.
A pregnant silence hung in the air, Kiki's hand suddenly unsteady. With a defiant bark of laugh, she yelled towards Owen.
No, the original design was the one with the mistakes. That's why we're all like this. Why they are like that.
She gestured vaguely into the pillar-esque knolls.
Nah, brah, right here. You've got this rune putting power to this rune instead of hopping the node and powering this matrix. Totes amateur stuff, brah. Easy to fix, though.
Another silence so deep Jill could swear she heard the crystallizing of her own steaming breath in the overwhelming cold.
Show me.
And with that, the gun was no longer trained on her, the assailant's attention on Owen. Jill took in a slow breath and pressed her hand to her face, terrified to find a smile on it.
Bean burritos. I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Jill took a moment to reassess the room, fear and excitement making her heart thump in her ears. The pattern was so clear now, a spiraling monstrosity of arcane nonsense, looping inwards to a single point, the nulls filing around it like they were a part of this eldritch soliloquy. And there he was, poised like some Egyptian pharaoh, enshrined in a lattice prison of ice as impossibly pale as the knolls surrounding him. Jill rushed forward.
Don't you dare!
She didn't need to see the gun to know it was trained on her again.
I have spent decades suffering through this. He showed up one day and there he was. The answer to my prayers. His aura. Can't you...
Yeah, no, not really. Can't read auras. You know, it's something I've been meaning to learn to do, though.
Ugh, why is such an incompetent acolyte so popular? Who does your editing? Wait, never mind. Look, his power, the amount of energy stored inside him, the power inside a simple acolyte, barely tapped, it's all I need to fuel the ritual. This time we won't lose half our family, and this time we'll finally be free. Free of this curse we brought upon ourselves just trying to save this goddamn city.
Hey! Language!
Why?
There's like a 50% chance we may be live. Or, like, unlive.
What, do you have a ghost camera?
You can have a ghost of a camera?
Of course.
No, no camera. Maybe my phone, though. Which would explain a lot.
It doesn't matter. Your need to prattle bought me all the time I needed.
She gestured towards the runes as they began to
Any
light.
moment now, the gathering power will reach a critical level, and the ritual will immediately activate. It's
Well
too
then.
late to stop it.
And there, that ought to fix it.
Jill could see the color drain from the girl's face as she heard the words. The gun dropped to her side, but she turned in slow horror to see Owen standing above a heavily mirrored sequence of ceiling.
No. No. Wake up. Snap out of it, damn it. Kill them. Kill them all.
And finally, the knolls began to stir. Well, this is getting weird. Stir. Ripley followed 10 feet behind. Marcus looked back as their eyes met. She stopped, letting him go further ahead.
Oh, come on! You really thought Tyrone was the reason nothing bothered this place? He hadn't been there for 4 years!
It made sense if you had heard stories of him. If you could sense his power.
You think I fucking can't? Ugh.
Well then, arguing!
He got that strong. Humans don't normally live long enough to gather that kind of power, not naturally.
But what you did? What was that?
Look, it's a long story, and now is really not the time to tell it.
What did he do?
Which came first, him or you? That ability. It's the same he used on that null back when he met Tulip, isn't it?
I don't want to talk about it.
What are you, two?
Said I don't want to talk about it!
What did Marcus do?
Fine. I'll let you keep quiet. For now.
Fun times!
Jill screamed as she proceeded to engage in the only martial technique she had ever developed over her life. A hasty retreat. Owen hung above her shoulder, matching her pace.
Oh, but hot tart pancake waffles!
Jill had her phone up, and in desperation she called for aid to the world.
Please, anyone! I need help. I didn't think this through. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in over my head. I don't know how or why or how much of a Deus Ex Machina it is for you to show up out of nowhere to save me. But seriously, half of you are ghosts and the other half are like wizards and acolytes and stuff, and someone has to be nearby and able to help. I'll do anything.
Will you stop trying to get rid of me?
Yes, anything. Wait, what?
Wait, what? He turned into John Cena!
Naked.
I need to expose my sweet tats for this, brah.
Okay, yeah, sure, but why your pants?
It was in that silence that Jill notices Owen's two fingers connecting two separate tattoos. She subsequently noticed that the symbols covering Owen's chest were not unlike those that littered the floor.
Holy
He's
heaven,
John's...
narrow.
He is John Owen!
I mean,
Owen's response was to simply tap a few more runes, and like a gust of leaves in a gale, the two closest gnolls simply blew away, flying through the air and out a distant wall. As the floor grew brighter in the distance, Jill could see Kiki desperately trying to alter the runes, already alive with whatever unnatural power fueled them.
These runes! God, what did you do to my spell?
That was when doors opened, and stop playing Gungeon when I'm trying to record! That was when doors opened and Ripley and Marcus stepped inside. Ripley had seen a lot during her time. Over 200 years of unlife would guarantee that, even for a recluse like her. Decades spent hiding, desperate to not be found, disguising her very existence for the sole purpose of continuing that eternal existence. She at times would wonder what she might have missed, her fear of gnolls, of acolytes, of demons severing her from the world at large. And yet, in all of her imagination, she never could have envisioned this. Owen was barely a flicker of a psyche as he drew upon his own essence to perform a banishment more powerful than any she had seen any acolyte perform. Jill was a beacon, her connection with Owen the only thing keeping each motion of his hands from ending his existence. Tyrone was strung up on some complicated construction of psychic energy. And there, kneeling on the floor, was a regular human. There was no doubt about that in Ripley's mind. The woman was desperately trying to alter shining, runic symbols with her bare hands.
You're an expert on ghost stuff, right? You got any idea what's happening here?
Probably less than you do, actually.
We go help Tyrone?
We should stop that girl first.
What are they up to?
Looks like they're trying to rework a ritual at the last minute, with Tyrone as the focus.
Sounds bad?
Yeah, it might, but we may do more damage if we interrupt them.
Right now, I'm of a mind to help Tyrone first and worry about the consequences later.
Then allow me. She'll hardly be the first acolyte I've had to deal with.
And with that, Ripley surged forward. Loading screen.
Hey, ghouls and guys, it's your girl, Jill Count here. We're live streaming to you live from the Supernatural Battle Royale in the creepy gymnasium in Misty Mornings. To be honest, I have very little clue as to what exactly is going on right now. So I'd be like a chess player trying to commentate on a Dota match if I tried. Still, few big updates. There's Owen, who's apparently a ghost wizard. Which explains a few things. Ha! Just kidding, that makes 0 sense! Also, holy teriyaki sauce, I thought he died as like a dumb straight-edge frat boy. Just look at those tats! He looks like a Yakuza boss or something. And that's Ripley, strangling Kiki. Hopefully not to death. She hates me for some reason, and to be honest, I was kind of resentful of her success as a streamer, especially given that I haven't been able to stream to living people in 3 months. To be honest, the more I think about it, the more I realize I
I'm
don't
not
know
comfy
any of
in this
these
chair.
people, let alone their motivations, very well. I feel like I've gotten closest to Owen, but yeah, wow, apparently not. And to be honest, now I feel bad for not asking more. He was in college when he died, I know that much. I wonder where he studied, Scholomance? Not the WoW one, the Transylvanian one. Oh, look! Something's happening in the middle there with... Oh no. I forgot about Tyrone!
I need just a little more, brah.
And for the first time, she felt the connection to Owen, not as some ephemeral, intangible nothing, but a connection as real as steel cable between them. Then she felt the pull, sharp and painful like a hook, was dragging at her internal organs.
What are you doing?
Just a little more.
Give it to him! Jill of Earth, give me your energy! And similar memes trailed down her chest.
Do it, loser!
Jill braced herself and let the current flow, the connection between them completely open. A familiar sensation of dizzy lightheadedness, like giving blood, made her knees shake. As the explosion struck her, she could not help but remember everything. Well then. I did not mean to skip that. Go back. I did not mean to skip you. So now we find the backstory of Owen. So he studied in ghost stuff. So the Halloween party was his way of connecting to the other side, and then he died. X-Files? That's interesting. Owen floated above Jill, his form that of a potato-esque ghost. None of the aspects of the intimidating ghost wizard from before adorned this visage, and he stared at her with a dopey smile and glassy eyes that reminded her of nothing if not a golden retriever.
Good morning, brah.
Good morning, Owen.
She leaned forward and a hand caught her.
Please, miss, don't get up. We don't know the full extent of your injuries.
Oh, okay. What happened?
I don't really know myself. Not my job. Looks like a gas leak to me.
Well then.
Miracle you four survived. I'm gonna put you in a neck brace, okay? You won't be able to turn your head, but it'll keep you from doing any more damage if we're looking at spinal injury.
Okay.
Jill didn't like the feeling of imprisonment that came with the brace, but she wasn't exactly a medical professional, so who was she to argue? The feeling redoubled as she was strapped to the gurney.
Miss Count.
Jill couldn't place the voice, and yet something about it rung
Is she
intimately.
well enough for me to speak to her?
She's not bleeding out, but there could be,
I will make it brief. A moment alone, if you will.
Who are you?
I'm with the police. I have a few questions for you, Miss Count.
That's not my name.
Ah, but more know you by that name than by your actual name, no?
How do you know that?
I'm from the government.
Interwebs!
Now, my first question. Were you aware of your friend Owen's abilities before you came here?
What are you talking about?
Owen, you speak of him at great lengths on your stream.
Oh, that's all in character stuff. He's a ghost. It's supposed to be like a whole fictional world thing.
Good answer.
Jill heard the scratch of pen on
And your
paper.
association with Miss Eliza Ripley and Mr. Marcus Rickard?
Jill's mind raced. Did Ripley show up on her camera? Should she acknowledge them? Go for a vague answer? She felt an instinct that almost disappointed her as she wished for the chance to ask her for
They're in
advice.
on it too. Like me and Owen.
Another expertly evasive answer. I am impressed.
Evasive?
She heard the soft crunch of gravel as the government agent stepped forward. Her jaw would have dropped if it could have, as death in a suit stepped forward.
What are you? What are you going to do?
Miss Count, please. It's not a matter of what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Absolutely nothing!
Please bring her
Now
to the
that I'm
hospital.
banned from
Make sure
doing
she has no
military work.
injuries, and please call us if anything comes up.
The EMT took a card with glassy eyes and nodded. Then Jill, still stunned, was loaded into the back of the ambulance and driven away. Wait, 4 survivor? Which 4? Were they all even actually alive? This ghost business was getting ridiculous. So I am actually going to end this episode here because it went a lot longer than I expected this episode to go. But we've learned a lot this episode. Marcus has some hidden talents. Owen has hidden talents. And now we find this new Kiki girl. That being said, I don't know how long this game is, but we're going to keep going until this series is over. And that being said, if you enjoyed this series, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always remember to keep on ranting. Hello, I'm Peanut, and it's been a while since we played some of this. We're gonna go back into Perceptions of the Dead 2.
Oh, what happened?
Bright light filled his vision as his eyes finally parted. A hospital room.
You had a concussion. Jill is
So if you haven't watched the last episode of this,
Owen's psychic draw on her.
basically we met with another, I guess you call them seers. But we learn a little bit more about Owen's backstory, and Marcus and the group all failed to stop the ritual.
Oh, God,
I did not mean to kick my Baja.
Under medical observation. He's in a coma, but the doctors don't know what's wrong with him.
Do you?
No. To be honest, I barely even recognize him.
He's that disfigured?
No, I mean in a psychic sense.
Gotcha.
Do you have any idea what that ritual was?
No. Maybe if it had still been there when I had gone back. But the entire gymnasium is in ruins now. And those symbols... I've really only seen them individually, used by acolytes and ancient eldritch stuff. That floor had hundreds of them.
Do you know at all what we stumbled into?
I want to know.
I have one.
Ripley came to the side of Marcus's bed and set down a wallet.
Who did you get this from?
The girl who kidnapped Tyrone? She's still unconscious. She took a hit a bit worse than yours.
Marcus flipped open the wallet with bated breath. Kimberly Rookard. It could not have been more mundane. Membership cards, a credit card, a debit card, and an ID with a now familiar face.
Okay, where is the spooky part?
Ripley rolled her eyes and pointed to the name.
Oh. Would you look at that?
Relative! Ow, I smacked my head.
Jill Count.
Yeah, yes?
You know, when I saw you, I thought I recognized you.
The man stood up from behind the counter, showing the screen of his laptop with a grin. It had her streaming page open, It had dozens of videos she didn't recognize, and all of them possessed of a clear horror theme. What the bitter fritter was that?
You know, I gotta be honest.
Bitter fritter!
I didn't follow you before, but I had heard of you on paranormal boards. Thought you looked familiar, and it took me like 5 seconds to find you last night. Ended up skipping out on sleep to finish your backlog. I don't even care if it's all fake. The stuff you've been doing for the last 3 months has got to be the best series I have ever seen in my life.
Yay! She likes me!
Wait,
Sorry.
are you like Keanu Reeves and prefer your privacy, or do you mind if I gush?
Oh no, please. Feel free to gush.
This most recent section with the nulls. Dude, the section with me? Just amazing. I love it. Okay, between you and me, did you blow up the gym on purpose?
No?
Still, it made for a hell of a finish. Oh, that reminds me. Tyrone checked in earlier today.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what? He was in that...
Jill bit her tongue and looked up towards the roofs. A man in a black hood looked down on her. Owen leaning nonchalantly against the railing on his side, clearly
Never
speaking.
mind. I need to go speak with him.
Okie
Would you mind if
dokie.
we talk more later?
I'd really appreciate that, actually.
Oh, and fair warning, I saw a detective, or maybe a Fed head up there with him.
Oh, yay.
What did the agent look like?
Dark suit, sunglasses, earpiece, reminded me of Agent Smith.
Anything else? Skin color? Hair?
Jill watched in silent horror as the man's eyes seemed to glaze.
I think he had dark hair.
Thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Jill rushed up the stairs and found herself facing the trio. Not sure of where to begin. She stayed silent. What's going on with Tyrone? She stayed silent, waiting for the others to speak. None chose to do so, opting instead to all meet her gaze. As the time passed, Owen began to hum.
Okay, that's enough of that. You're still alive! Why are you a ghost? You stop humming. And you! What even are you?
He looks like the Grim Reaper's agent.
Tyrone is no ghost. The term for what he is doing might be I am Agent Smith. Like from The Matrix, yes, I've heard the joke before, Owen.
Well, fine, I
The
won't.
term for me might be Tulpa, or perhaps God, if you're a fan of Neil Gaiman's work. I prefer the term used among certain acolytes and dead people. Demon.
So you're...
Get this. He's literally a government spook. That's classic.
And Tyrone?
When his body was sent flying, so was his soul.
Well
Owen
then.
helped me to find him. To think that Chaz Owen Dunwich persists despite his death is, I must admit, terribly convenient. And we haven't had a proper medium in our employ since the 70s.
Wait, who's the medium?
You.
You.
I don't work for you.
You don't. Odd. And here I thought most ghosts didn't have bank accounts, let alone streaming subscriptions. Not to mention how good you are at listening to commands.
Well then.
Ew. Oh, that explains a lot. So, what do you want from me?
Simple. Keep doing as you are. There's always another happening haunting our hallowed halls, and a medium with a ghost wizard familiar, well, that seems too powerful a tool to ignore.
Can you at least help me with Owen?
Brah.
His haunting is driving me crazy.
Well
If you
then.
need help, you really should ask the expert.
Then let me talk to Tyrone.
What? No. I have to get Tyrone back to his body. I meant Mr. Dunwich.
Owen!
Wait, what?
Brah.
Now, do you have any other questions?
A lot, actually. How normal is all this?
Not normal at all.
It seems like since Halloween, my world has undergone a paradigm shift. Like, the fundamental forces of the world are completely different than what I was taught.
In brief, it's not. That's the entire point. That's why we wanted you here. That's why we want people like Tyrone. People undervalue the importance of normalcy. As children, we imagine ourselves unique. Imagine that gives us significance.
Hey.
And to a point, we are right. But true aberrations that cause disruptions to what the world knows as normal? No one really wants those. We like to know that gravity will always be bringing us down. And so, Jill Count, some of us step into the guano so that our clocks keep ticking and compasses keep pointing north.
That was a wordy response. But I get it.
I reserve the right to be expansive in my descriptions. Anything else?
Yeah, actually. If I'm working for you, can I get a healthcare package?
A stunned silence followed. I would ask for that too.
No.
Oh, of course the government won't give us health care. But, you know, that requires helping the people they claim they care about.
What about dental or 401k?
No.
Any chance you know why Tulip is in my phone?
A pause. Tyrone clearly attempted to say something, surprised to find himself silent. Agent looked back to Tyrone, and then forwards at Jill. He adjusted his tie and then his suit.
Tulip is in your phone.
Well then. Marcus limped slowly into the hotel, and it was then that he remembered.
There's my only weakness.
I am fat.
It could be worse. You could be here alone. Stay here. I'll get our stuff.
I'm pretty sure only Jill and I brought anything.
I was trying to sidestep the fact that you're making me carry all your crap. Jill already has her things loaded. So really, I'm going upstairs to play bellhop for you.
Well, I am eternally grateful for your kindness.
Better be.
With that, Marcus watched Ripley ascend the stairs.
She really likes you.
Oh, jeez, you snuck up on me.
Nah, you were just distracted. Anyway, checking out, I assume?
Yeah, enough adventure and misty mornings for all of us.
I imagine. I think you drowned our town's entire adventure supply for the next decade in one go.
Yeah.
Want me to just charge it to the card we have on file?
Yep.
Oh, and before I forget, you had a letter come in while you were at the hospital.
Letter?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
No idea, but it wasn't like some creepy dude in a cloak delivered it. It came in with the regular mail.
The man handed the letter off to Marcus, and what struck Marcus was not that it was extraordinary, but how mundane it looked. The damn thing looked like it was probably going to contain spam or a credit card offer.
Thanks.
Marcus limped to a seat in the foyer and tore the letter open. We are happy to hear our bloodline persisted you. We assure you that you and Kimberly are not alone, nor are the Knowles our only legacy. We look forward to speaking to you in the future. Sincerely, House Rookard. Oh.
Ah, shit.
Well then.
Okay, Owen? Or do you prefer Chaz?
Chaz?
No way, Chaz is my father. I go by Owen.
Wow, an entire family of bros.
Brah.
So, you know magic? Is that what that was?
Bruh, hardly. It's more like spiritual essence circuits.
So do you remember anything?
Some. Mostly, it's all a fog, bruh. But it's getting better thanks to you.
Yay!
You're welcome, I guess. And I'll keep my promise. No more trying to get rid of you.
Yay!
Nice.
Nice.
But this is going to be a two-way relationship.
You want to know what I know? No, I get it.
Is that something you can do?
I don't know, maybe? It's hard to think sometimes.
Owen's eyes seemed to grow glassy at that, and he became to flicker to his more potato-y ghost form.
Are we ready to go?
I'm back and ready to go.
I guess I am too.
From the rooftop.
I've got the dumbass's bags.
Dude, let's keep it PG. For Jill.
I've got the bite cheese bags.
There we go.
Oh.
I think.
I suppose we're ready to go too. I've got Owen, and Tulip is still stuck in my phone, so we have everyone but Tyrone.
As little as I like her, I'm glad she wasn't eaten by a null.
Jill felt her phone chirp in her pocket, but chose to ignore whatever message Tulip had
Is
sent.
it okay to leave Tyrone? He hasn't woken up yet, right?
Who said anything about that?
Tyrone! I thought you were in a coma!
No, just learning new things.
Yay!
Good to see you up and alive, Tyrone.
You too, Ripley. Well, you catch the sentiment. And you must be the famous Jill Count.
Tyrone extended a hand.
You're insane, you know that, right?
That's pretty much the only explanation I have for my life right now. So,
If we're going to do a caravan, anyone want to come with me?
Me! I'm going with Tyrone. Here, Ripley, you can drive my car.
Well then. Marcus threw the keys, but it was to Jill who snatched them from the air.
no way are you driving again.
Fine. I call the back seat. I'm going to rest.
I'll drive.
Can you do that?
Oh yeah, totes.
I suppose it'll be a trust building exercise.
Well then. Jill carefully proffered Owen the keys, fully expecting to slip through his hand and strike the ground. Small part of her sang as she saw his hand close around him and lift. He was getting better.
Flying off the road, okay?
Flying on the road is okay, though.
Sure.
Cool. Cool.
Jill climbed into the car.
Cool. Very cool.
Well,
Buddy Holly. Blah blah something.
Nice.
Mary Tyler Moore.
I love
Thing.
Owen.
I'm gonna take that one again. I'm loving that SoCal lifestyle. I said it. It's the thing I always say. That you...
That's
whoa, apparently the game is over.
Oh, that's a
Light the brazier. Preparations are made.
Thanks for playing. So, that was Oh, okay. So next time, there's 2 new stories unlocked. So next time, we're going to start a brand new story. So that being said, if you enjoyed this video, I love this game. I'm really glad I supported this on Kickstarter. So that being said, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always remember